Bro,
What's up, man?
I
What's up,
can
Morpheus?
see colors. Yes, these are my Morpheus glasses, but more importantly, they're colorblind correction glasses, Eric.
Dude, how does it feel?
My girlfriend got them for me for Christmas, and I mean, other than the fact that like my whole existence has been pretty much a fucking colorless lie, like it's pretty dope.
So, I have a question. So, did you have to find like the specific type of color blindness you are?
Yes, but she did it. Kel basically quizzed me over a long period of time, like really
Hmm.
subtly without me knowing.
Hmm. I
Like she
see.
worked on this for a while to like not give it away or anything like that. So I guess yeah, like over time she asked me
She's like,
questions that
"Hey,
were on this.
what
Yeah,
what color? What color are these?
yeah. I
What
don't
color are
know.
these?"
I don't know when or how it happened, but yeah, she quizzed me and built a profile, and they matched like the style to the lenses basically.
That's nuts, man.
And basically, what I've noticed is just like I'm missing like saturation for everything. Like everything just looks
Hmm.
super like washed out and like dark and faded to me.
Oh,
So
okay.
the best way I can describe it is with red.
Uh-huh.
So red to me usually looks like for example like the Supreme logo that I've been looking at for the rest for like my whole life that
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's always been like a nice deep dark red to me.
Uh-huh.
But when I put the glasses on, no, that shit's like bright ass
Yeah.
screaming fucking like what actual red is more similar to how I was accustomed to seeing orange.
What?
There's a lot more orange in actual red than I saw. Like everything looks like a deep blood red crimson to me when it's actually like a bright ass red. So I'm missing
Oh,
like so it just looks like dead and like muted to me. And then I put it on, it's just like it like fills up with that orange
wait,
glow.
hold up. What color was my hat to you for the longest time? Wait,
So without my glasses on, it looks like a deep wine burgundy color.
which is what it is.
And then but when but I see it instead of seeing it more purple toned, I see it more red toned when I put them on.
Ah, I see. I see.
So
Okay.
it was like a purpley to me before. And now it's just like, oh,
Ah,
that's red.
yeah, it's
It's a
like
deep
burgundy.
red, but
Yeah.
it's red instead of like a bluey
Oh,
purple
that's
tone.
crazy, dude.
It's the weirdest thing, bro. Like it's the weirdest thing. Like I noticed it a lot too in this fucking nail polish I just got, the Tyler the Creator one.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first got it, the color is called Geneva Blue. And when I first got it was before I got these, and I was just like, I mean, it's a cool color, but like it's not very blue. To me, without the glasses, it looks pretty much white. White, and
Really?
I have to shine a light on it or hold it against actual white to see a slight difference. And with these, it's just like, bro, this is
It's
blue.
blue. It's like sky blue,
It's
kind
like
of.
sky blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I can see it perfectly with the glasses on. And if I like just tilt my head like above it, it goes back to white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white.
That's crazy. Well, I'm happy for you, man. Welcome to normalcy.
Welcome to Science Boys Advance. Happy New Year. Let's get this
Oh
show
my
started.
God.
Like a motherfucking bully, too. We are back with another episode. This is the PodBoyz Advance podcast. It's a weekly discussion where we go over the latest in gaming and throw in a little bit of whatever else we want to talk about. My name is Oscar. I'm joined as always by my co-host and best bud, the New Year's baby.
Eric, what's up, dude? Hold on,
what,
wait.
what? You don't know about the New Year's baby?
Apparently it's me. So what's up, dude?
Isn't there like some like fucking holiday mascot that's like a giant New Year's baby?
I don't
Am I
know.
fucking insane? No, there's a New Year's baby. Let me see here.
Are we really going down this rabbit hole real quick?
I mean, what else?
There is a New Year's baby, I guess. It's in like an
Yeah.
icon, yeah. Like
Yeah, the baby New Year is a personification of the start of the new year, commonly seen in editorial cartoons. He symbolizes the birth of the next year, yada yada. I told you, New Year's baby, bro.
okay, you know, I mean, I wasn't doubting you. I was just I was like, wait a minute.
What's
Oh
up?
man, what's up, dude? How are you? Merry Christmas again.
Merry Christmas again.
Happy New Year.
Early New Year. Actually,
Mhm, mhm. Hey, Happy New
yeah,
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
It'll
New
be
Year.
time travel. I forget. How you
Yeah.
been this week, man? On your week off?
I have been knee deep in games.
Knee deep in games.
Yes. It's been
Nice.
very relaxing. It's almost over, but I think I needed all that rest. I think I've rested so much to the point where it hurts now.
Yeah, your back hurts from like
Yeah, I'm
chilling
just
so
like,
much.
oh man, I have to get up a little more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
What
hear
about you,
you.
man?
Kind of same. I've also had like family over that, and like when I was young, like a lot of my cousins like went out of their way to like show me a good time always and like take me out and buy me stuff and all that stuff. So I figured it's kind of my turn to give back to my younger cousins type of thing. So I've been like,
Ah, nice.
taking them up and down to the movies and copping them stuff and hanging out, playing games and stuff. So
That's dope,
it's
man.
been chill,
Good for
man.
you.
Yeah, before we get into what we've been playing, what are you drinking on this New Year's occasion? Gonna pop some champagne on the podcast or what?
I should have, but I decided to destroy
Yeah,
myself.
we never think ahead.
No, I never do.
No, both
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah. No, I'm actually drinking this here. You can actually see the color if it pops up. It's Dichotomy
The
Double,
dichotomy double. Yeah,
the double IPA.
it's like intensely red and blue.
It's from the Belching Beaver, which I believe we've both had stuff from this brewery before.
I don't know if I've had Belching Beaver before.
You may have, maybe it's just me. But this says this double IPA is the glorification of opposites, boasting hops from opposite sides of the world. Dichotomy celebrates Idaho 7 and Galaxy AS. Oh, and Galaxy as its two predominant hops sprinkled with Nelson and Citra. Slightly sweet malt with hoppy bitterness.
Nice.
Okay. What about you, man?
On the last
Is
of
this the
my
last of the TJ
international
beers?
tours, yeah, the last of my TJ beers here. This is from Cerveza Fauna, another imperial stout called Nox Arcana. And it's got this like epic ass art on it.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's got like a dragon on it.
I think it's a sea dragon, no, it's just a
No,
dragon.
it's just the dragon on a tree.
It's chilling on a tree. I think the moon's behind it. Looks
Yep.
pretty magical. So it's an imperial stout, and it is a whopping 9%
Yeesh,
alcohol.
mine's 8.17 is what they claim.
All righty, well, let's get up into here. Ooh, that was a good one.
A little bottle pop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
This definitely smells like a double IPA.
Mmm.
Definitely tastes like a double IPA.
Nice. This one is a lot smoother than last week's.
Yeah.
Crazy the difference 1% of alcohol makes, because the other one was like, it was good. Like I said, it had that chocolatey aftertaste, and it was dope.
But you could taste the alcohol, right?
But it was like, whoa, yeah, this one I can just like sit and sip on it, which is dope.
Yeah, mine is really strong.
It's a little dangerous though, because
Is it good?
9% isn't that much lower than 10. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and the fact that I can just sip on it, like the other one that was like kept me at bay. Like I was like, you sure you gotta mentally prepare for this sip right now, you know? So I like it. Pretty good.
Nice, man. Nice.
Shout out to Night Dev for the tour of Tijuana
Yeah,
breweries.
shouts.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you and everyone out there. But yeah, man. What's up, Mr. Knee Deep in Games? What you got?
Well, I've mostly been playing 1, 2, 3, 4 games. Like, I'm gonna start with this. I finally finished Deathloop.
Okay.
I played all the way through it. I played with Colt. I broke the loop. I did the whole thing. And I played as Juliana for a little while too. So that was kind of cool.
It was kind of Scarlet Nexus type beat where you play as
No,
both.
no. Actually, so in Deathloop, you can play as Colt, which is your goal is to break the loop and kill all the visionaries. Or so this game, I didn't realize I was playing, is always online. Well, you could choose to be offline and play offline or whatever, but it's kind of like in Dark Souls, how you can get invaded by others. So you could just be going about your merry way as Colt, like trying to find clues and complete your missions. And all of a sudden, Juliana pops up. And if you're not on the single player mode, it's actually another player that pops into your game.
Like in real time?
And no IRL, like not IRL, obviously, but like, yeah, like an actual other player pops into your game. So it's another human controlling Juliana that you are now pitted against. And as Colt, you have to either kill Juliana or get the fuck out before you die. So it could be pretty challenging. I must admit, in the early part of the game, I turned that feature off because I didn't have enough weapons saved. So every time I saw Juliana, I'd just get my ass kicked. Because it was another player. So I put it on single player mode until I collected enough weapons of like, okay, I think I could take people on now, and then turn it back on. But yeah, dude, that's how it works. So if you play as Juliana, then you're invading Colt's loop, trying to kill him and stop him from completing whatever it is they're doing.
And you said you got pretty sucked into the story after a while?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be honest, like at first I wasn't a fan of like the way it worked and the whole gameplay loop and like going back into like, so there's 4 different areas that you can explore. And at first I was like, I gotta go back to the menu after it's like launching a new game almost like every single time. But then once I understood what was going on, then I was like, oh, I see. Then I like started picking up more clues. Then I kind of got sucked into like, oh, so this guy's on the island because of this, and this other person is on the island because of this, and this guy's obsessed with fireworks, and this lady over here is a crazy scientist, and all of a sudden there's like multiples of this one person, and then this other guy's like a crazy party animal. It like every they're called visionaries. Every like boss, I guess, has like their own little quirk. So they're all like different characters. One of them's like a singer, he sings like 50s songs.
All right.
Yeah. So well, after I got into playing it and playing it more, then I got more sucked into it, and yeah, dude, I actually had a good time with it.
All right. So Arcane Lion got to you in the end.
They did. I didn't think they would because I was kind of dreading to go back because the way it works, I was just like, I don't know. But then once you get used to the loop, I guess, the gameplay loop of like going back into the menu and like seeing like, oh, okay, this thing happens only in the afternoon. This other event happens in the morning. And so this other event happens at night. So then you have to figure out like, okay, so you have these missions and you're like, okay, so I can only go to this place because this guy is only here at night. And it repeats, like after you go through nighttime, then you repeat all over again, then start again in the morning, and it's the same events as the day before. So that's why it's like the loop. So yeah, it's like Groundhog Day. So, but you have to go through and figure out like, okay, if I do this on this day, and what's cool is like, if you do something in the morning, certain things that you do in the morning will affect what happens to the events in the like in the at noon and the afternoon and at night. So like that's how you beat the game, is you go through and you figure out, okay, so if I fuck with this at this time, then later on this is gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? So like that's kind of how it goes. So but yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Nice. Good to hear. I started it. I played like the first mission or two and it was all right, but it didn't like hook me right away. So I moved on to other things.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that you kind of just have to like keep poking at it to get into it. Like it's slow to start, but once you start picking up clues and finding different like things and reading, like if you're into like all the lore and reading everything that's going on, like there's a lot more to why the stuff in the game is happening. Once you find out like what's actually happening on the island, you're like, oh, okay. So it kind of makes it like opens up the story in a way. Yeah, but you have to keep playing and exploring. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Pokemon, of course. Actually, I haven't played a lot of Smash for once, but I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. I've played some Destiny, the DLC that came out got me kind of hooked for a bit.
I saw like it's called like some fancy ass name. I saw I hovered over the icon the other day and it was like some fancy name.
Yeah, the Dares of Eternity. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. There's Halo weapons in the game now, so it's kind of cool. And the dungeon, I've been trying to solo the dungeon, but I haven't been successful yet. But yeah, dude, I've been playing that. And the game that I actually started this game a while ago. Well, but like yesterday I kind of got a few hours in, and like a couple hours in this morning is Tales, dude. So now that I'm done with Deathloop, I'm getting into Tales of Arise. And it's really good, dude.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet, but I plan to soon.
It's really good. That's pretty much all I've been playing, honestly. Like I think for the most part, the most time that I spent playing was probably Deathloop, because I was like, I just wanted to finish it. I was like, I kept finding things in the game. I was like, oh, well, now I have to do this. Oh, if I do this, I get this gun. Okay, cool. So now I have to do this.
Nice.
So
yeah, I've been playing a lot of stuff too this week. First of all, I finally sat down and played the last two missions of the Kasana story in Scarlet Nexus. So that's done. I finished that.
Nice.
So finally got to wrap up with that half of that crazy story, which was dope. Talk a bit more about Scarlet Nexus a little later in another segment we got going.
I still have to go back and do the Kasana story.
I mean, I'll eventually go back and do the Yuito one, but it's just, the thing with that game is like those missions are so long, man.
Yeah, they are.
You gotta it's an undertaking to like sit and play that for a while.
I mean, it's really, I think the game time is like what was it? It wasn't all that long. I think it was like 13 hours or something per character, I think.
So. I don't know, because I'm at like, oh, what'd you do? Because I'm like at over like 17 and I'm still not. I finished.
Maybe it was 17. More. Maybe it was more like around 16, 17 actually.
Yeah, but finished that. Played a bit more of the Guardians game, which I'm really liking, man. I like. It's different than the style of game I usually play, because it's like basically mostly a third-person shooter. But just like I said before, like the dialogue and the interaction between all the characters is super dope. The storyline's good, so it's got me really hooked. Really digging that. Beat Pokemon finally.
Nice.
Beat the Pokemon League, did all that good stuff. So ready to do some post game stuff there. By the way, you do get Railu at Iron Island, sir.
Was it Iron Island?
Yeah, you have to fight through Iron Island with that Riley guy who was wearing the weird hat.
Then
And then he gives you the Railu egg at the end.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So, but there, see, I got confused because you have to do the same thing with a different character out of the cave that I told you about under the cycling road. But anyways.
But yeah, played that, and then I told myself I'm gonna sit down and finally finish Horizon because the second one's coming up soon, and I want to get ready for that. And that game's fucking huge, bro.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take you a while.
Yeah, because I'm like, and you know how I am, and like
you're
I'm
exploring everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like level 22, and the main story mission is still like level 14 or something. So like I keep forgetting to go back to the main story, and on my way to the main story, I get distracted. So I need to like buckle down and get through that. Also, I get stuck because it gets fucking hard at times, man.
It does. It does. Once you start getting the bigger machines, it gets.
But yeah, so I've been playing that. Like I said, I started Deathloop. I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, mostly I spent most of my time with Horizon. They since the last time I played it, they did a bunch of updates to the Steam version. So they had like DLSS and all that type of stuff on there. So like that shit looks fucking insane now.
Oh yeah.
Like it looks even better than when I first bought it. Yeah. So like it looks crazy good on
well,
my
you
PC.
are also playing it on your like beefier PC than your laptop.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but so like everything's on ultra now, but like it looks crazy good on here. So I've been having a good time with that, man. But yeah, I really want to get into Tales soon, man. I know it's gonna be a long undertaking, but I definitely want to get that in. I know I said I was gonna stream it, but with family here, it's hard to find time to like isolate myself in here for a bit. So I haven't had the time, but maybe I don't actually start work for a bit because I still gotta go through like some clearance stuff for like some legal shit for the weed shit. So I think I'm still gonna have like a few more days off, so I'll have time to do stuff. Hopefully I can get a stream going. But
yeah, so there's plenty of hours in that game, man. It's estimated about 50 hours of gameplay in Tales of Arise.
Fuck, and that's like just to finish it. That's like not doing any
that's
extra shit.
That's the main story. Yeah,
that's gonna be a doozy, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we can start moving into some of these quick topics we got here before we move into our main discussion, which is going to be our top 5 games of the year for each of us. So see how our lists compare to each other. Probably be a little similar.
Probably.
Yeah, starting with delay, Eric. It looks like Final Fantasy 16 has been delayed. They got a long-winded message from the producer Naoki Yoshida over on Twitter that basically just boils down to COVID. That they had to outsource and do the whole work from home thing because of the pandemic, and it's just basically not gonna line up with their initial plans. So they're still gonna do like a nice big reveal in spring of 2022, showing off like more details about the game and stuff, because they don't expect it to be like too big of a delay. But at the same time, they did want people to know that it is going to be pushed back a bit from when they were expecting it. So
yeah,
again, we've said it once, we'll say it 1,000 times. Take your time,
especially if they're dealing with COVID. Like, you don't want nobody to get sick.
No, especially because like these Final Fantasy games, sometimes like I know Final Fantasy 15 was rough on launch and all this type of stuff. So like, just take your time. Make sure you like launch a fully polished product at the end, and we'll be happy to play it whenever it comes. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm currently still like super overwhelmed with the amount of games out there right now, and
Super overall.
the last thing I need is like another wave to come rolling in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And then speaking of Horizon, which we just talked about for a bit, Horizon Forbidden West is set to launch pretty early on in the year, right? Like February or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
So they showed out they're doing some more like deep dives and showing off some more stuff. So they showed off a new enemy called the Slitherfang, which is like a giant fucking robot cobra looking thing.
This thing looks terrifying.
And it looks fucking insane, dude. Like the new like mobility system with the little glider and shit that they have seems to like add a lot more,
depth
variety.
to the gameplay.
Yeah, it seems to, be a lot more about like zipping around and being quick than it was before. You just kind of like roll, run, roll, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But this Cobra looks dope, man. I'm excited to see what kind of other. I haven't even seen all the ones in the first one, let alone all these like crazy advancements they got in the second one. What do you think as a Horizon veteran?
This thing looks like a fucking pain to fight against.
Yeah, you scared?
A little bit, dude. I had a lot of
Intimidated?
trouble with there's I forget what they're called. But they're like these giant hawk eagle things.
Stormbirds?
Yeah.
Dude, I just took down my first one like right before we started recording. They're like
so hard.
They're like super beefy and they look small like when you're shooting them from the sky, and then when you like get them to drop down, they're like you're like the size of this thing's foot, dude. Like they're huge.
Yep. Yeah, their weaknesses are not. You got to expose their weaknesses by breaking things off of them and all that. So this kind of looks like similar to that, and yeah, like you said, it looks super fun. And I can't wait to see what other crazy robot animals are out there, dude.
So I gotta work my way through this tough game.
Do you have
the first one?
Do you have the DLC for it?
Yeah, it was the Ultimate Edition or whatever.
Ooh, wait till you get to the
Forbidden Wilds or whatever.
To the one, what are they called? Essentially, it's a giant bear. Wait till you get to those.
All right. Well, moving on from that. So we got some information on the sequel to Bully that was canceled a while ago. Let me see here. Okay, so there we go. So basically, the sequel to Bully was planned to be a lot more like a fully open world and like crazy, like a full-on GTA or a Red Dead. So there was gonna be like cars and everything like that. Driving around like a bigger city and running with like gangs and shit like that. So it was definitely gonna be like a larger scope thing than the first one, which was contained to like a school, I think, right? Did you play Bully back in the day?
I barely played it, if I'm being honest.
Really? It was dope, man. I remember I never owned it, but it was one of those games that like I rented a bunch when I would go to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
It was like one of those ones that like I'd pop in and like play it for a bit, and I think it was on on OG Xbox, so like you didn't have to worry about like your save being gone, but like you had to worry about it being there to check out, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was super annoying. I don't think I ever finished it for that reason, but it would have been dope to see a second one, man, especially if it was gonna be like a much bigger thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think the reason I never played it much is because every time I got a copy of it, it was like scratch or like it was like
I forgot that was a concern with games back then.
Wouldn't ever like play all the way through.
Remember the fucking game doctor thing that was like a fucking spinning machine that you sprayed it with some shit and then you like fucking spun it in some plastic spinner thing.
Yeah, so you know who I I think I borrowed this game from, I think it was Joser at one
Oh,
point,
okay. Yeah.
and it never worked properly. So
Fucking
yeah,
Josie.
dude. Like I said, it's one of those games that I've always wanted to go back and play it,
Just
but
never have.
honestly, never had the time for it.
I feel you.
But I mean, I'm familiar with the game and how it works and all that. So
All righty. And then our last topic before we move on to our final discussion here. Just a quick little update on good old Blue Box Game Studios and Abandoned.
oh no.
So a tech demo will be available inside the real-time experience app soon, Eric. A notification will be sent, a notification will be sent once the patch is ready.
What?
So still,
This
it's
game.
still happening, bro. This
Is it?
game is still happening. You ready for the next Kojima project?
I don't think this is
Are you
Kojima.
Eric? It has to be at this point. The mind fuck is too great. If it's not, like, it might open like a hole in time space. Like the amount of outrage online, like people are gonna
You
like
think the
form an
actual
angry
rage
mob.
is? You think the rage is actually gonna physically manifest?
No, like everyone's gonna form into an angry hate mob online, and the combined weight of negativity is gonna tear a hole in space time.
I see. It does sound pretty accurate.
And we're gonna let in one of like the old gods or something, like Cthulhu or worse.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know what the fuck is up with this game. Why are they taking like? What is up with all the mystery? I don't get it.
And the thing is, like, they keep announcing things that don't happen,
I know. That's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
disappearing for months and weeks at a time. I said it before, and I've said it. It's a rug pull. It's a rug pull of a game. It's like a crypto rug pull.
Yep. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like, oh, they're gonna come up with like some shitty tech demo, and then it's just gonna be like, oh, it got canceled. I don't know,
I don't
man.
know. I'm still convinced it's some Lovecraftian shit, like trying to create enough negative energy to summon some sort of, cosmic horror.
I mean,
Which honestly sounds super Kojima, if we're being fucking honest.
I was gonna say,
If we're being real for a sec, let's circle back to
does
Kojima
sound
real
accurate.
quick.
Yep.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna do it for the topics here. But I want to ask you real quick to close off the year here. What your favorite gaming experiences of the year have been so far, man? What are your top 5 games of this year? Just a quick recap of your gaming prowess this year. What you think? What you got for me?
It's kind of hard to dwindle it down to 5. So I'm just gonna say these in like no particular order. But I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One that's like up there now, and I think deserves mention is actually Deathloop.
Oh wow! So a lot of people were outraged that it was even nominated at the actual Game Awards, and now you're behind that. Now you're
so here's the thing
with it being up there.
No, I'm not okay with it being like absolute game of the year, but in comparison to like other stuff that's come out, I think it does like it's up there. Like I for one would have not. So here's the thing. I feel like I would have been more outraged if I paid $70 for this game.
Okay, that's fair.
I got it at a discount, and I think like I would have paid like a regular like PS4 price for it and been fine. But like for a premium, like $10 extra, which honestly isn't a lot, but like I think it's the principle of it just being like the extra $10, like you're gonna make me pay a little extra, it better be that much better, you know?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But I think like overall, I do think like it's really good for like what it is. The there's a mechanic in the game that's like one of the first times I actually used like or felt like the what is it, the triggers on the PS5 like mess with me. So the guns, some certain guns can jam in the game, and like when it jams, like the rumble just like feels like it goes like like it clicks on you, and you're just like, what the
Oh,
hell?
what the hell?
Yeah, and so like it's not, if you're not paying attention to it, if you're just like zoned in, like you're not gonna notice it. But like if you're like playing with the trigger and like it like there actually has like a resistant when you try and click the trigger, it just goes like it when it jams, it just like has a little bit of resistance that like other games haven't like messed with too much.
Hmm.
Which I mean, I think Call of Duty does that kind of thing, but I didn't play Call of Duty this year. But yeah, dude, the whole trigger thing like kind of flipped me out a little bit. I was like, wait, what the hell? Like this like it's actually jammed. Like it felt like it was jammed. So it was very interesting
Nice.
to feel that. So I do think it was a very good game. I'm not I I played all the way through it. I have a solid opinion, and I think haters gonna hate. And I actually think it's a good game.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
probably
Nice.
not what people wanted, not what people thought it was gonna be. It's definitely not what I thought it was gonna be. But overall, I think it's a good game.
Sick.
So that's like I guess my honorable mention. And then I think the other games that I have here, I have to put Psychonauts 2 up there because that was a lot
Nice.
of fun. It looked super cool. Everything was super trippy. I didn't play all the way through. I got about like halfway through it. Uh, but it's a lot of fun every time I jump back in there. I kind of got sidetracked by other games, but I do plan on finishing it. It's super. It's one of the few games that does look like next gen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So there's definitely Psychonauts.
I enjoyed Psychonauts a lot too. Like the whole concept's pretty cool too. How the enemies
Yeah.
are like different like mental illnesses and
Hmm.
negative emotions and feelings.
Hmm.
Like it's pretty cool. And like you
Yeah.
said, it looks
And
gorgeous.
it's
Like
funny. It's
I think
actually funny.
yeah, I think it looks better than Ratchet and Clank, which also came out this technically this year. This year, right? I think yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, it did come
Yeah,
out this
June
year.
or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then next I have to mention Halo Infinite. I have to
Nice.
say,
Halo Infinite's actually my number 5, so it just squeaked in there for me too.
yeah, so Halo Infinite's up there. It's it's really good. And
Yeah,
I've had a
it's
lot, and
good
like
old.
from the get-go, it felt like good old Halo, and like we've had a lot of fun with it. We've played with some friends. Like
Yeah, it's good old classic Halo fun is the
it
best
feels
way I
like
can
Halo
describe
is
it to
back.
you. I
Yeah, it
haven't
feels
got.
like Halo is back.
I don't think either of us has jumped into the campaign because
I've heard good things about the
yeah,
campaign though.
same. And I think we're both waiting until God knows whenever we can play a co-op to hop into it together at some point. But I've
Yeah.
heard good things, and most importantly, though, that multiplayer, like they really got it down, which was the important part for 343 this time around. I feel, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude. And then next, I gotta stick Tales of Arise in there, dude. It's I don't usually get sucked into RPGs unless it's like probably like Pokemon or Persona that's kind of sucked me in for a bit too. Um, but this one's really good, man. Like I actually like it feels the combat is like solid. There's different ways you can go about it. You can actually play as the other characters, so like you can switch characters, so you can play as them while you're battling. Everything like I honestly thought I was gonna get bored with it, but once I got the story got going, I was everything got I'm in going into the second, like I'm going towards defeating this the second Lord or whatever.
Mhm.
This was like the second big boss. So I'm not too far into it, but from all the games I played this year, I think this one has to be up there, dude. Like
Nice.
it's really, really good. And then my last two is Scarlet Nexus. It's got to be up there. That game also played with the triggers, with the adaptive triggers.
It did. That one really did. Like
And
heavier objects, so like it was
like they
harder
felt
to
heavy, right?
telekinesis. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was dope.
So I think that game was the first, I think, the first experience that we got with the like triggers, like
Mhm.
doing that kind of thing. Well, like in a new game for me at least. And honestly, the story is just like crazy cool. Like it's a mind fuck going through the whole thing. It's just it's art's amazing. It's a really good game. And then I think if I gotta say number one game for me of the year, like that I had the most fun with while I was playing it's gotta be Monster Hunter Rise.
Nice, 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 nice.
Yeah,
So pretty,
because
yeah, we got pretty similar lists. So I have like the only differences there. We'll talk about Monster Hunter together because it's my second one, so basically almost there too. At number 4, I have No More Heroes 3. So I'm sure my list would be a lot different if I could have gotten to a lot more games, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like Tales and stuff like that. But
hmm
No More Heroes 3 was actually super, super good as like a fan of the series and like replaying the old ones leading up to this one and everything. It was a nice like culmination to everything. It was a nice like progression of the series with like the abilities and like different moves as opposed to just the slash dodge or like the first couple of things. Like it was dope, man. It was a really good experience. It was, you know, crazy typical Suda 51 writing and gameplay and off the wall violence and shit like that. So had a lot of fun with that one. I had Scarlet Nexus at 3. Like we talked about that one at length, so you guys know how much we like that one. The only thing I can say is like what I said earlier is that like has some pacing issues in the sense that like some missions like feel just way too long for their own good, you know what I mean? They need like halfway points or breaks where you can save and like do other stuff, the type of thing, you know what I mean? But other than that, it was pretty dope. Monster Hunter Rise is my number 2, so we could talk about that for a bit, Eric. What I think that's probably one of the multiplayer game we played the most this year, apart from
Apart
Destiny.
from Destiny and Halo, I think so. And it's just so much fun, dude. Like I don't think I've like had that much fun on the Switch before it came out with friends, you know what I mean?
Exactly, man. I remember we'd all like rush home to play it and get in a big old group. We'd use the fucking PlayStation voice chat, but we playing Switch. It was like it was such
Yeah.
a good time, man. We had the fucking the theme song, the Hungry for Tales, Hungry for Tales, Hungry for Tales, Hungry for
Yeah,
Like
dude, it was a lot of fun. And we were all playing it. It's like I don't know. I feel like I could still go back to that game and have
well,
fun with
yeah,
it, you know?
content keeps coming. They have that huge expansion coming next year.
They
So
added Mega Man stuff into it.
yeah, it got super crazy, but I mean, we can always go back to it. Just gotta do a bit of grinding to catch up with, you know, the hunter ranks and all that stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not like it's not fun doing that shit too. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
but yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is definitely one of the best games of the year, and it would have been my game of the year had it not been for number 1 for me, which
I
is
think I know what it is.
Metroid fucking
Mm-hmm.
Dread. So long since a new 2D Metroid, and holy crap, was it like executed to fucking perfection. It was like the story was fucking insane. The end was absolutely mind-blowing. It was crazy twist. The gameplay is like classic Metroid combined with like this like fucking crazy like devilish speed you can mix in there now and just like fucking traverse everything in like seconds. Like the new abilities with like the melee and everything is dope. Just the whole time is amazing. Like the old school like Metroid Fusion like horror vibes you get in the sections where you're getting chased by the robots, the Emmys, like it's just perfection all around, man. I can't praise that game enough. I can't wait to see what happens next with the Prime stuff that's around the corner. But man, what a fucking masterpiece that game was. So
I feel like if I would have picked it up, I probably would have felt the same.
yeah, 100%. You should have, man. It's such a dope game. You're missing out big
probably
time.
still will eventually.
Yeah, you should. Oh, I can just let you borrow it now if you want.
Well, there's that.
Mhm. But yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna do it for us here on the podcast. And that's pretty much gonna do it for this year, basically.
Yeah.
This one flew the fuck by, I feel, you know what I mean? Compared to 2020, which was, you know, like that eternal quarantine year, you know what I mean? So this one kind of just whoop, flew right by. But thank you so much for always sticking with us and supporting us. It's been what, over a year and a half now doing this shit
about
almost every week. Did we miss any episodes this year? Apart from me publishing it late last week.
I think we might have missed one, maybe, or two.
I think the one we missed was still last year when I got Rona.
Probably, huh?
I don't think we missed
I think you're
any
right.
other than that,
I think
so
you're right.
I think we went a full calendar year, calendar year without missing an episode. So thank you so much for everyone for pulling up. Thank you so much for helping us reach 100 subscribers. Thank you so much to all the new homies who have always been there but have been more active and supportive recently, like Schizo and all the Wolfpack homies. So thank you guys for coming through. Got the views up on the shit. And yeah, happy new year. Make sure you guys have a good time with your family. Be safe tonight if you go out there. Rona is out in droves again.
Well, hold on. Are we releasing this tonight?
No, we're not, but you know, it's the thought that counts, you know what I mean?
I guess. I hope you were safe.
I hope you were safe. But yeah, if you want to find me on the internet and give me a belated Happy New Year's, you can find me at KnifeLifeOS, KnifeLifeOSC. If you want to find Eric on the internet.
If you want to find me and talk about popping bottles of champagne we don't have, you can find me on the internet as Eric Plays.
If you want to find us together and give me more ideas as to what I should say here, because Eric took what I was going to say for us in the champagne thing. So now I'm all thrown off. But yeah, join the Discord. Make sure you submit a question to be featured in an episode. Check out my other podcast, 8 Hour Chat. Also do a bit of an end of the year recap there where we go over our favorite moments of the year, along with a couple of other cool segments in there. So yeah, other than that, until next time, my name is Oscar.
And I'm Eric.
And we've been the PodBoyz Advance. We will see you guys next time. Later.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Don't eat the New Year's pie. It's poisoned.